Hi, I'm Peter Cowan, the Bee Whisperer. Today is Wednesday, April 16th. Anyway, also I've been getting requests for doing a video on lighting the smoker. And so, yeah, I know it's something that most of you have no problem with, but it is a very irritating thing when you do have a problem with lighting a smoker. So number one, you start by making sure everything is attached properly. The hole in the bellows is aligned with the hole at the bottom of the smoker, and also you've got a little corrugated insert at the bottom there which should be standing on little legs, not the little legs pointing upwards, so the air blows in underneath that little grid. The trick to keeping a smoker lit is starting off with a small amount of fuel and getting it initially burning very fiercely. So I'm just using a few pine needles here, and if the breeze will allow me to start it once we get it lit. It's supposed to be a video on lighting a smoker. I can't even light the pine needles. Come on. I wonder if it's out of fuel. There we go. We have a little bit here. A little bit, get it out of the wind. There we go. So we get a little bit going at first, and just keep that going and then flaming hot, because initially we want to get it really hot, and we've got very little fuel, so that would very quickly burn and then disappear. So we want to keep the air going in there and keep it flaming initially. Then you can put little things that'll burn a bit longer. Here's a little bits of twig in there, and just a little bit more pine needles. Get that flaming. Keeping the air going continuously. A little bit more pine needles. And again, so you're not pushing it, stuffing anything in. You want the air to flow through it, so the whole thing, top to bottom, is burning. Now I'm going to put a few wood pellets in, just from my living room wood pellet stove. It's a small amount. Got another twig in there, pine needles there, so I'll break that up and throw that in. They burn really well, and these pine cones will work well. Bits of paper, not too much paper, because paper tends to make big flakes of ash, which is hard for the air to flow through. So you can put a bit of cardboard in there. You can use smoker material that you can buy, but I generally don't buy it. It's just stuff that I've just acquired somehow. That stuff will work very, very well. Anyway, the wood pellets are starting to light, but I'm going to put a few more pine needles on and a few more wood pellets. Just layer it up, stop burning. So now I'll get the flame going again. A few more pine needles, a slightly bigger amount of wood pellets. A few more pine needles. Another bit of wood pellets. And once you get this going, this should burn for 3 or 4 hours. So if you just use pine needles, it might only last for 15 minutes. But if you're doing a long morning of working with the bees, you want something that'll just keep on going and not burn out. So you want to keep on burning at this stage quite fiercely. A few more pine needles and a bigger bit of wood pellets. And again, just picture the layers going through, all of which have been burning to some degree. Now we've got a good load of smoke going. I'll pump that till it's till the flame catches again. Well, you're pretty convinced it's going to stay that way. I put a bit, one more handful of wood pellets, and that's going to keep going now. So I'm expecting to be working with the bees much of the morning. We'll see how that maintains itself. But I'm pretty convinced that every now and again, if it's going for a while without bellows, it will tend to go out. So every now and again, blow some air through it. Okay, now let's get on with some beekeeping.